What is up, basketball fans, and welcome back to Zero Gravity, Apollo Media's NBA podcast. On today's show, we've got three big questions from the three-man weave. We're going to hit the hard-hitting questions today in the NBA. We just watched Bill Simmons go through a mailbag and then talk with Zach Lowe over the last week, and we took some inspiration from that. So we might have some funny stuff later in the episode, so make sure you tune in all the way through the episode. But does the NBA have an injury problem? Do we have some trade candidates? Do we have some MVP candidates that aren't being talked about? We're going to get into it today on Zero Gravity, Apollo Media's NBA podcast, brought to you by Zing Zang, America's #1 Bloody Mary mix. We love Zing Zang over here. Zang responsibly all season long. And shout out to Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code GRAVITY when you sign up. Play your first $5 and get $100 in bonus entries using our promo code GRAVITY. Thank you for sponsoring this episode. I'm your host, Tone Strankman, joined by the three-man weave, Joshua Basketball Garcia and Sheldon Nord. How are we doing, boys?
Hello. I'm so
doing
happy.
great.
I don't have my hat on. I should have put my hat on today, but I'm ready to talk ball, boys.
Nah, I feel like it would kind of throw off our vibe. You got to do your thing you always do.
Yeah, this is a good little ice cream sandwich we got going on. No hat in the middle.
That's why Josh is always in the middle.
Yeah.
Do we think that Stone ever worn the same hat more than once?
Yes.
Yeah. But
There's always time.
Swag.
There's always a lot of time in between.
Yeah.
How many hats do you think you own, if you don't mind sharing?
It's over 100.
Are you? Oh wow,
that's really impressive, dude.
I'm
Peachtree
probably
pink is just buzzing through the camera right now.
I'm probably in the 20s, and every time I go to buy a hat, my wife's like, "You have too many hats already."
Yeah,
it's a good problem.
My wife has just accepted the fact that I'm going to continue to buy more. So
it's a hobby, babe. It's a hobby.
I'll be complaining about not having enough t-shirts for months. And then just start sending her links for hats that I want.
Oh no,
it's a problem. Love a good hat.
Well,
especially if you're like me and you're heading toward that good old male pattern baldness. You know.
Hey, it's okay.
Oh no, it's fine.
I
get to wear hats. It's great. It's the best. It's the best thing I've ever gone through.
You look cooler with the hat on than you know what I mean. Like you got a way to save it. You know.
I have that written with a dry erase marker on my mirror in the morning. So.
Yeah, leave a comment if you're balding as well, like Shelly Nor.
Yeah, that's right. There are literally dozens
Zero
of
Gravity Bald Support Group.
Oh no. Be a champion today. Play like a champion.
Incredible. I can't wait to figure out all the bald Houston fans. Who they all are.
Yeah. All right. Well, first big question from the three-man weave, three big questions. Does the NBA have an injury problem? I'm just going to read all of the injuries that are out right now, notable players that are out with injuries. I'm just going to read them. I don't have the injuries in front of me, but
this is as of the 18th.
Yeah, so it's a few days ago. Some players have come back, like Kawhi Leonard's on this list, but he'll be back on this list in 2 weeks. So
I think he left the game tonight.
Sure, he's already back on it.
I think.
So the list of players that are out with injury right now: Giannis Antetokounmpo, Victor Wembanyama, Anthony Davis, Kawhi Leonard, Joel Embiid, Zion Williamson, Trae Young, John Morant, Jalen Williams, Paolo Banchero, Darius Garland, Jalen Green, Brandon Miller, Cam Thomas, Tyler Harrell, OJ Anunoby, Jaden Ivey, Christian Braun, Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, Aaron Nesmith, Kelly Oubre, Bradley Beal, Jordan Poole, Keegan Murray, Walker Kessler, Jason Tatum, Tyrese Halliburton, Kyrie Irving, Damian Lillard, Fred VanVleet, and DeJounte Murray, among several other players.
Nightmare blunt rotation.
You say that about literally every group of people we mentioned.
They need to just play the game at a slow pace. You know, we need to go back to the 50s. You know, nobody will get hurt, no calf injuries, no soreness, no load management. Everybody just play the game George Mikan style.
And everyone's going to play 9 years.
The best 9 years of your life, Pete Maravich style.
Well, you're not going to be able to walk after that.
You know, the Rockets have the slowest pace of play in the league right now, and I think it's by a pretty wide margin. The last time I saw a graph that was explaining it, and Tari Eason's the only in-season injury we have, and that's because he got trucked and someone messed up his hip. So
probably his own fault.
25 years old having hip problems. That's not good.
Yeah, so maybe there's something to it. I don't know. I mean, I feel like this is a yes and no question, right? Like, I guess depending on who you ask. Because I think injuries are random a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot all happening right now at once. But, who's to say? Was it like this last year?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
all
been
at
bad
once?
the past 4 years, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just
it was
really
just
out
a
of
flurry.
touch.
in the beginning. It just kept happening
to
pretty much every team, and especially my team. My team just ravaged by injuries last year.
But Season from Hell, Part 2, baby.
We're back, 2.0.
No, my team. Weird.
So Bill Simmons talks about this once a week on his pod, where it's like, the season's too long. There's too many injuries. There's all this. I think that's part of it. Just playing 82 games a year after year. And then if you're in the finals or in deep playoff runs, you're playing 100+ games. And then there's Olympic years, you're playing another 5+ games. Like, sure, there's wear and tear that's going to happen from that. But I think something that has been dwindling in all sports is preseason and training camp. It's getting shorter and shorter each and every year because players don't want to come in and spend an extra month or a month and a half, 2 months, whatever it is, of work and putting in all that grind and all that kind of stuff because they have the 82-game season, which I completely understand from the player's perspective. But when you come in and you have like a week and a half, 2 weeks of training camp, and then like 3-4 playoff or preseason games before the season starts, it's like, how ready is your body to go through the grueling schedule of 82 games and go to full speed immediately when you probably haven't gone full speed in the preseason, and especially in training camp? I think that's kind of what I'm looking at more so than the schedule, because they're not going to change the schedule. It's never going to change. It's going to be 82, if not 84 or 85 in a few years. Like, they're going to add more games before they take away games. So
yeah,
I'm a proponent of not having a long enough training camp in preseason, but I know the players don't want to do that, and the NBA PA is just not going to do that. So
yeah,
they're just kind of stuck here, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think shortening the season is that big of a solution necessarily.
They cut it down to like 72, 75 games. It's like,
what difference would that
so
make?
long.
You cut out 10 games. That is a lot of the season. But like, as from the fan experience, it's going to change negatively if there are less games, because there's no way the owners are going to okay losing 10 games worth of money across the NBA and then individually for their own teams. And I just don't think, we have all these issues at the beginning of the season, all these injuries. And I think there's an argument to be made. Like, you could say, well, it's the amount of games year after year after year has a building effect. And then it all kind of cascades at once, because it's not always the same players getting hurt. It's like a different group of them, whatever. So like, I can hear that to the number of games and that being a contributor to guys getting hurt earlier in the season. But I think what you're saying, Stone, is kind of like, I think you're onto something. The buildup is super important, especially when you're putting a lot of miles and jumping a lot and doing a lot of things like that. Like, it really can't be understated how important getting your body ready is.
Yeah, because we've talked about running, me and you, Shelly, just working out and running and all that kind of stuff. You can't just jump into a half marathon tomorrow if you haven't run in a year.
You could, but you'll hurt.
You could, but you're going to end up getting hurt.
Mentally, you can. Physically, no. Yeah, it would hurt
Physically,
yourself,
you could do it, but you're just going to be in shambles for months after that. Like, there's an injury that could happen. You just might not be able to run again. Like, all these things could happen. And I think that's kind of what's happening with, like, Anthony Davis comes into the season overweight because he was hurt last season with the eye injury. He wasn't able to work out and all these kinds of things. And then he comes in, he's like, I usually lose about 15 pounds at the beginning of the season. Like, it's just, it happens that way. But crazy. He wasn't able to work out all season long because of the eye injury, because I'm sure he couldn't put pressure on it. No weights, no running, no nothing like that. So then he comes in out of shape and then doesn't really play in the preseason very much. And then he comes in and gets hurt in game 2. I think that's a big part of it, is like, a lot of these guys are taking breaks and then they're coming back. And I'm sure a lot of them take a week break or a 2-week break or whatever and get right back into it. But at the end of the day, it's like, you can't simulate game speed at home.
You have too many injuries going on, and people still complain about load management. People still complain about all these little intricacies, and it's like, you're never going to win with this damn load.
You got to.
It doesn't matter which direction you go in. I mean, you could let guys run the injuries down and play their ass off, and they get hurt even more in the long run. Or you load manage and take 2 games off in a week for, like, let's say Donovan Mitchell or Kobe White or whoever, and people are mad. This is almost an unsolvable problem. I think it delves back into pace. The pace of the game is just so fast. And I don't want to sit here and say we should get these guys on a 12-month regimen, when it comes to just staying on game speed, quote unquote. But there is a balance somewhere. I don't know where we can find that balance. I'm not a GM. I'm not a coach. I don't know damn dick about anything, but I need to understand why this is happening. And it's still beyond me that after COVID, all of these injuries just continue to get worse and worse.
So I did read something in the late 2010s, like 2019, I was in college, and I read like a medical study about how athletes are even stronger and more in shape, and their muscles are actually so in shape that injuries are happening more because they are getting massages, they're getting physical therapy, they're doing all these things to where their muscles are loose, and there's not something that's like blocking something. There's not a lot of lactic acid because they're getting massages right after the games or whatever like that. So they're just ready to go, and they're at prime, just positioned to perform really well and jump higher and be faster and whatever it is. But at the end of the day, when you don't have like a restriction somewhere in there, the muscles can start popping more often. They can tear more easily because they're so strong, and there's not a protector on it necessarily outside of just the muscles. So yeah, that was a medical study. I don't know if that actually ended up being anything. That was a long time ago as well, but we've noticed it in football. We've noticed it in basketball. Like, I think you see it a lot more in hockey now too. Like, there's just different injuries that haven't been happening over several decades, and now they're kind of starting to happen this decade. So, and then obviously with pitching in the MLB, you put the pitch clock in there and they don't have time to recover and have the protector on their arms. And now people are getting UCLs and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So,
and also, like, a connection from baseball to basketball is pitchers are throwing harder than ever.
Yeah.
They're throwing more breaking stuff than ever. At least like your relievers and stuff like that. So they're just putting so much extra strain on their arms already. And then you do something like maybe the pitch clock is similar to doing all these things to decentivize. Is that the right word? Load management.
Yeah.
Right.
And so people are pushing themselves more than they maybe need to. I think maybe this is dumb, but I feel like you could back off the load management thing, take out or at least lower the number for the amount of games you have to play to be eligible for the awards. Which I feel like 65 is not that crazy.
But if you just put it down to 60.
Yeah. Give a 5-game cushion, and then just give them more strenuous rules on how they have to plan out load management. Like, if you have to say, like, way in advance which games guys are taking off, and it has to be like publicly available or something like that. So it's not really
sports books and all that kind of stuff too that you got to worry about now.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm just thinking, like, as a fan, obviously the story is always like, yo, I bought a ticket to go see the Celtics, and Tatum and Brown aren't even playing because they're playing the Wizards, and like they don't feel like they have to try this game or whatever, and so they're taking a break. But it's like, if I already knew that. And maybe the owners don't want that because then fans will buy less tickets to that game.
Fix the schedules too.
So
Like, I know that we can talk all day about back-to-backs and stuff like that, but if you just have a game every other day, you don't have no back-to-backs, no 2 days off in a row, no 3 days off in a row, just every other day there's a basketball game. That could not only like move the season back down like 2 or 3 weeks and give the fans a little bit more what they want. You know what I mean? Because we're not going to sit here and root for 15 games to come off of the season, or 12, or to get it to 70 or 72 or whatever. But if the schedule was just a little bit better, maybe these guys wouldn't be getting hurt as much.
Yeah, if you started in Christmas and went every other night, and then you end in like early July, right before MLB All-Star Week.
Yes.
Like, if you ended the season Game 7's on 4th of July, imagine.
Be kind of sick.
Be awesome. Would be You're sitting outside watching fireworks and Game 7's going on right now. Like, that would be incredible. Like, they're not going to do that, but
no,
because it moves the draft back, it moves free agency back, it moves the season back, and then they're competing with like NFL playoffs as opposed to regular season.
The fun off-season stuff happens before NFL training camp finishes. It would just make more sense for the scheduling. Like, the draft happens mid-July, free agency from mid-July to early August.
You avoid heavy competition with college football, stuff like that.
And they call it the dog days of summer for a reason. It's only baseball going on after the NBA and NHL are done late June. It's like you have all of June, all of August where it's only baseball, which is great for baseball. But if you wanted the second biggest sport in the country to be even more successful, you would just try to not put it up against the most important sport in this country to most people. Like, everyone loves football. Everyone's watching football every Sunday. And I know it's only once a week, but there's so much attention on talk shows, on First Take, and whatever else that's going towards football, where if you started on Christmas, you only have to deal with it for a month. And you still get Christmas Day, and you have the whole big shebang season opening. You put all the best teams, and the banner ceremony on Christmas Day would be sick. And then you end the season.
Opening night on Christmas Day would be pretty lit.
It'd be incredible. And then you move to the end of the season to mid-July or something like that. Even if you go past the MLB All-Star break and it's the third week of July that you're going towards. And then you have the draft right after that, the last week of July. And then August 1st opens up free agency. Then you're controlling 11 of the 12 months that you're in the spotlight for, because you're only going 1 month against football and then you have 1 month off. So maybe it's 10 months of the year that you're kind of controlling the storylines. Whereas you have 3-4 months right
happier. Now. Everyone gets happier and the league makes more money. Who says no?
But
I do wonder though, like how much the games being however close together they are, like really matters. Because obviously like the back-to-backs are hard. And some teams end up playing a bunch of back-to-backs like all clustered within a month and a half or something like that. I know the Rockets were like that last year. The Warriors have already played a lot of back-to-backs this year, and they're old. But having those like occasional 2 days off are probably huge for their body and recovery. Yeah.
And maybe,
getting fresh. And if you're doing like a travel day, like
that's what I was about to say.
Every game, that's a lot. Like some of those guys, they're getting to the new location at like 2 or 3 a.m. because they leave right after the game or something like that. And so there's no perfect solution.
No,
you just have to pick. It's not the best worst option because I'm sure there's like a good option, but you just have to pick what you're sacrificing.
And maybe it's putting back-to-backs and you can't move. You can't travel on back-to-backs. So if you're on the road and you play against Cleveland in Cleveland, like you're playing Cleveland again the next night. And that's the 2 games against Cleveland you have in Cleveland that year, whatever it is. Like you can't travel on back-to-backs. You have to play that team back-to-back.
They do that, but like every other day for some teams. I remember, I think it was the Spurs and the Rockets last year. They did a kind of Toyota Center back-to-back, not back-to-back nights, 2 and 3 days.
Yeah, the Spurs just did that. Yeah, Spurs just did that with the Warriors last week.
Yeah,
there you go.
So, I don't know. That's injury talk. Everyone's hurt right now, which sucks because it makes viewing experiences for a lot of people not as fun, but we're sickos, so we're just going to keep tuning in, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, for sure.
Hey, Caleb Love, 30 points. That's all.
More minutes for our favorite Arizona/North Carolina guard, Caleb Love.
Geriatric old man, 30 points.
How old is he? 26?
Probably younger than me.
Probably
23.
Let me guess 24. Yeah, I always have in my head, I've got football 5th-year guys stuck in my brain, and those guys are actually like 24. Like
Stetson Bennett. Get a job.
Josh, when were you born?
2001.
All right, Caleb Love, 24 years old.
He is
September
27th. I was right. 24.
He is a month younger than me.
This is his 2nd year in the league, though, right? Or no?
I think he was in college for 6 years, so yeah, probably. He's probably a rookie.
That's insane.
Dude, I know he was on the G League team last year. It's good that he's making run. That's good.
Good for him.
Yeah, sure.
Next 3 big questions from the 3-man weave. This came up the other day. We love this guard. We're having a lot of fun with this guard this season. He just scored 55 points the other night. What does Tyrese Maxey have to do to win the MVP? Or are we sure that Maxey isn't the best non-SGA guard in the league?
Exposure and points matter when you're on a team where Paul George and Joel Embiid just do not. Y'all already know how that works. He just got to score his ass off. That's the bottom line. Win games, obviously.
Yeah, but I think that's
going to be a huge thing because they're in the lottery now.
Yeah. If they somehow get 45 or more wins, or maybe 48 or more wins, which God willing that does not happen, it would be a tough road to climb.
Because he's averaging 33.4, 4.7, and 7.9 right now.
That's ridiculous.
Which is insane. But we just saw Luka put up 33.9, 9 and 10, and not win an MVP.
And he didn't win it. Yeah, this is true.
And look, Jokic was the best player for all 82 games. Luka was probably the best player for 50 games. Like, I get it. But yeah, he's going to have to put up 30, 38, 37.
No.
I to win MVP over Jokic and SGA.
This is true. Too many points, though. That will not happen.
38 points is kind of crazy. 35. I'll give you 35.
35. That's the better.
Because it's got to win MVP. Because,
it has to be impressive. Like, obviously impressive. But, like, for MVP, it has to be, like, over and above whatever the normal standard is.
Yeah.
In order to desensitize us from the usual suspects. But I really do think the biggest thing is winning. Because we just have the value question there of just like, are you that valuable if your team's not winning? And even though we know the answer can still absolutely be yes, and it's obviously a sport played by at least 9 guys on a nightly basis, and that matters.
Because for reference,
narrative wise, it just doesn't, like, you have to average a triple double to compensate for not winning a ton of games, essentially.
Yeah, and Luka right now is averaging 34.6, 8.5, and 9. So
Pretty
better
good.
numbers across the board. And it's still kind of like a question. It's like, is Tyrese Maxey more valuable to his team, or is Luka more valuable to his team?
Well, how many games has Luka played this season?
11.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say he's been out for a couple.
And Maxey's played 15. So bigger sample size, but enough from Luka to be like, okay, yeah, those are real numbers at this point. And he's not shooting threes in any way, shape, or form. Apparently, he needs to be fat to shoot threes.
This is true. Jokic fully desensitized us, I think, from good stat lines. So I saw James Harden 55 points the other day, and I kind of gawked at it, looked at it for a little second. I was like, this is awesome. And then I just went on to the next thing rather than, 10 years ago, I look at a James Harden triple-double, 60 points, and I'm like, who's doing this right now? So Jokic is just it's a fan fatigue thing too. You know what I mean? Like the stat lines are just getting crazier and crazier by the day. We looked at Colin Knippel, and we can think that he's a great player, but like for example, he put up 28 points the other night. Yeah, that doesn't move the needle in regards to NBA circles, but like on his team, 28 points and shooting really efficiently, that's a really cool thing. Just for example.
Yeah, Jokic is averaging 30.4, 13 rebounds, and 10.8 assists. That's MVP right there. If we're talking MVP right now, November 23rd is Jokic.
He didn't even try to score the first 5 games. He said it.
That's
unreal. I believe it. Dude is insane.
It's insane. So for Tyrese Maxey to win MVP, the Sixers have to be a top 4 seed, top 3 seed
team, 50-win team.
55-win team in the East, like maybe 57, and he has to average like 34, 5, and 12 at this point because Jokic is just like, hey, I'll give you 30, 13, and 11 night in and night out for 82 and just be the best player in the league. Doesn't matter what
nuts, man.
That's what he's doing for right there.
He's nuts.
And could have won an extra MVP. He should have already had 4 and might be on his 5th this year, but here we are.
Yeah. Anyway, the second half of the question, is he the best non-SGA guard? Who's it between? Him and Donovan Mitchell?
And Luka, right?
Luka's a point forward to me, but I guess he's used like a guard.
Yeah, I mean, he's the
I just don't think about him like a guard.
He's 6'7".
Well, LeBron has always been the guy that initiates the offense on his teams, but he's
always been listed as a small forward. Luka's always been listed as a point guard.
I'd like to throw.
Has Luka always been listed as a point guard?
Maybe outside of his rookie year.
Yeah, maybe that was when.
But
and I feel like ESPN takes a while to change those things.
Yeah, that's true. But I feel like Luka's pretty much always been listed as a point guard, so I'm throwing him in here. But if we could take him away, it's Maxey.
Well, then we have to do I guess Maxey and D-Mitch and even Anthony Edwards to some level are combo guards.
Yeah, they're both point shooting guards.
Maxey and Mitchell more so because, I guess this year they're using Anthony Edwards like a combo guard because they just got the ghost of Mike Conley as their only other option.
They don't have a point guard, so they have to.
Yeah.
Mike Conley playing 25 minutes a night.
Yeah. Of those three, it's kind of like pick your poison. But as far as production goes this year, it's between Mitchell and Maxey. And Stone knows I apparently was disrespecting Donovan Mitchell because someone had tweeted something like, is he the best guard in the NBA? And I said, is it crazy that I prefer Maxey? And then D-Mitch went on like a little third quarter heater against the Rockets. And I was like, sorry, guys, this is my fault. I disrespected Donovan Mitchell. And then not only did I realize that he only scored like 21 points that game, and we obviously like handled them. Like the next night, Maxey put up 50 points or 55 points or whatever it was. And I was like, never mind. I was right. This guy rules.
Vindicated. I love it.
And he creates a little bit more than Mitchell does. Mitchell is more of a traditional shooting guard and has kind of picked up point guard tendencies. So he's at 5.3 assists, but 30.3, 4.8, 5.3. Which is still great numbers.
So consistent. Every time I watch Donovan Mitchell play, like
he's good.
It feels like every time he puts up 30. Like
consistent, as in like he will miss 6 shots in the first quarter, but then he'll make 8 in the third kind of thing.
Not the point. He's like a Jalen Green March type guy, but it's the second and third quarter for him.
But
like,
it's like crazy, and it's like the entire season. The dude is a heater. He's insane. I don't even think I realized Maxey was up to 8 assists a game.
Yeah, I mean
that's ridiculous, man. You look up and you see this guy becoming a star,
and he's shooting 42% from 3.
The multiple guard lineup just creates so much chaos for them on offense because they have the ability to shoot or slash and drive like with 3-4 guys on the court at a time because they're just like, hey, here's Jared McCain. Hey, here's VJ Edgecombe.
Made his first bucket of the season the other night.
Yeah, just throw them all out there and create chaos. I don't know.
McCain, we're so back. 13 points tonight.
People are saying,
let's go, man. The year after the injury is always weird.
Well, he put out a singing video in the hot tub the other day on TikTok, so maybe that's something that had to do with it.
Oh, that's adorable.
He's back to his roots.
Good for him, man. Yeah, I feel like Maxey had kind of a weird year last year.
And it was just such a bad year for Sixers, PR.
It was everybody but him, or nobody was on that team but him, it felt like.
And he was hurt for a good period of time.
Yeah, it was him and McCain, basically, and then McCain got hurt. So he played.
And then Maxey got hurt, right?
He played 52 games. Yeah. And I don't remember what part of the season he was hurt, but yes.
I want to say it was the back half. I know Quentin Grimes. Remember that?
Quentin Grimes a little bit later. Yeah.
That's right. You're right. He still averaged. We're talking about his down season. He still averaged 26 points a game.
Right now?
No, last year.
Oh,
Maxey.
Yeah. I was like, Jesus Christ! I thought it was like 16 right now, which is still great for Quentin Grimes.
Wait, no. I'm not talking about Grimes. I'm talking about Maxey. We're talking about Maxey having a little bit of a down year last year, and it was still better than the year before. And I think maybe I'm just remembering it in light of how awesome he looks right now.
Yeah, maybe we were expecting a giant jump last year, and this year was the giant jump.
Yeah. But
he has like somewhat of a supporting cast now.
Yeah, man. He's sick. He's like league pass honors for me. At first it was Edgecombe, just fun watching the rookie, but now anytime the Sixers are on, I'm like, I need to see Maxey. I need to see
Sixers
this.
are fun. I don't see them getting past the 7 or 8 seed in the East, but they're fun. Good for them. League pass honors. I like that.
I can't believe how many teams passed on him that needed a guard in that draft.
Tyrese was like 12th, right?
So it was my favorite exercise.
Like 22nd, 23rd.
Are you
24th?
Serious?
Because the Mavs drafted Josh Green, and Tyrese Maxey wanted to come to the Mavs because he's a DFW kid. And interviewed with him, he was like, I want to come here and all that kind of stuff. And they drafted fucking Josh Green.
Oh no.
Pre Kyrie.
Yeah,
he's from Garland, just like our boy Trey Johnson.
Yeah.
They probably hung out. Maybe.
Oh, I mean, well, they're quite a few years apart, but yeah, probably.
AAU
I'm sure they've been in the same gym.
Hey, before I do the underdog ad read, I would like to just say that Derek Queen is the second coming of Boogie Cousins. He's not Jokic. He's got Jokic in there.
He's the second coming of Alperen Şengün, I think is what you meant to say.
The offense flows through him. He's so sick.
It looks like Sacramento Prime Boogie, where he was able to dish it. He was rebounding. He was putbacks, all this kind of stuff. Prime because of the body.
Okay.
That is
okay. I'll hear you on the body, but I feel like he's a different kind of criteria of player than Boogie. The stat line looks similar, but what he's doing on the floor, he's like a hub. Like he's looking like he could be a legit hub.
And the t-shirt and the chubbiness I'm all in on Derek Queen.
He is baby face, like embodied.
I love him so much. Did you see him try to pants Cooper during a timeout the other night?
That's assault.
He pulled down his shorts like twice, and Cooper's just like, "What the fuck is going on?" Yeah. They were teammates in high school though. So.
Sure, yeah. I guess if that's the case, you just pull anyone's pants down.
Hazing, man.
It is insane.
Although Derek Queen's like 4 years older, I feel like, than Cooper Flag.
Big bro.
I think it's only 2.
I mean, yeah, it's probably at least 2.
I think it's only 2, but still.
The fact that he looks awesome and the Pelicans still made such an incredibly stupid trade.
Yes.
Trade trying to get him. I mean, I guess the argument is like they could have traded less.
Yeah.
Or like a more distant future pick. But
a lose-lose trade.
Poor guy.
I trade one of those Laker picks. They got Luka now.
Dude, I know. It's so weird.
Although I think this past year was the last year of the Anthony Davis trade, but I could be wrong. All right. Underdog Fantasy, thanks for sponsoring this episode. Use promo code GRAVITY when you sign up. Play your first $5, get $100 in bonus entries. This week is Thanksgiving, and it's that time again. Feast Week is back on Underdog from November 26th through November 30th. Check the app daily for special promos. They can do up to 50, 60, 70% boosts on your entries with Underdog Fantasy. If I'm on Underdog right now, I'm looking at Tyrese Maxey. His stats. I love looking at those because it's like 30.5 sometimes 29.5. I'm like, yeah, hitting that higher than on Tyrese Maxey. And then anything Jokic does, just his total rebounds, points, and assists numbers, I'm just going to hit the higher than on that because I trust them to do that to win me money each and every night with Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code GRAVITY when you sign up to score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code GRAVITY. Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 or older, 19 or older in Nebraska, 19 or older in Colorado for some games, 21 and older in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 HOPEline at 1-877-8-HOPENY or text HOPENY 467-369. That's Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code GRAVITY when you sign up. Play your first $5 and get $100 in bonus entries. Thank you for sponsoring this episode. Nailed it.
That was awesome. Thank you. I'm taking the higher than Kevin Durant once he comes back from this personal family matter. Points.
I'm taking the higher on Stone's ad read.
Like the national anthem in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Thanks to Underdog for sponsoring this episode. Next of the three big questions from the three-man weave. LaMelo Ball, welcome to the pod this year.
Welcome
to hell.
He's allegedly was reported that he's open to a trade with the Hornets. He's frustrated with the situation, and then the next day in a press conference after morning shoot around or practice, whatever it was, he refuted it and was like, "Yeah, I didn't say any of that. He's not on that." But if we were to trade LaMelo, where would we send him, and who should want to trade LaMelo? Is it LaMelo wants to get out of there, or do the Hornets are just calling it a day and cutting ties, and you're like, we're on the Brandon Miller train, even though he doesn't play more than like 30 games a year?
Whoa. What is the Brandon Miller train? I've never heard of this in my life. Wrong question.
He's fun when we're on the Conca-Nipple train. Is where
exactly.
Really
that's right.
He's fucking sick.
We are on the Conca-Nipple train.
Big nip boys over here.
Hey, you don't need that many combo guards. Hey, LaMelo, we're good.
We got
Conca-Nipples here now.
Dude, the videos that came from Con's house when they had the whole team over there for dinner were just incredible. Like his little brother trying to dunk on LaMelo in the living room. They're like, hey, Melo, come over here.
It's like 50 deep at the house. Like that's a middle class dream right there. I love it.
Yeah, that was great. But back to LaMelo. Where are we trading him? Anyone want this guy that doesn't play? He plays less than Anthony Davis that we traded last week.
He would be so awesome in Sacramento.
If they were able to get LaMelo but not get rid of DeRozan and Zach LaVine,
and I'm dead serious, dude.
It would be the most cursed team ever.
Just look, any player that is like an obviously good player, but like he has his flaws. Just throw him in Sacramento.
Throw him on the Kings.
Throw him over there. The Chicago Bulls West.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, do you want him on the Mavs?
Look, man. Kind of open to anything at this point.
You'll take anything on your team at this point.
Like a fun point guard to run with Cooper, like for 40 games this year, sure.
LaMelo, AD.
No, we have to trade AD in that situation.
No, you don't have.
I think financially you have to.
Financially,
okay,
yeah.
Yeah,
like where does he go?
Player, man. I don't know where he would go, but he's like
jaw for LaMelo.
He has shot like very poorly the past couple years.
Yeah,
and even like 23, 24, it was like pretty average, and it was like all volume.
Would a Bam out of bio for LaMelo swap some kind of? I'm just asking questions.
Fucking you, dude. No,
I'm just asking questions. Man. I think LaMelo
if Pat Riley did that, I think the entire city of Miami might kill him.
Then the news that I got this summer that Alonzo Mourning is taking over for Pat Riley whenever Pat Riley calls it a day would happen immediately because they could not let that happen.
No, yeah. They wouldn't let him leave the building.
No, it's Nico Harrison, but they just took him out back and shot him in the head instead of letting him stay for instead of staying instead of staying for 9 extra months. Like Pat Riley, have fun in retirement in Boca.
Have you guys read of Mice and Men?
Yeah. That was freshman year in high school.
No.
Josh? Oh, no. Dude. Good book. Very short, too.
Maybe I did.
You could read that one.
7th grade, but I forgot my life.
Josh, you could totally read it. It's only like 100-something pages.
I don't know. My reading level is like 4th grade. I don't know. I just watched League Pass. I don't know nothing besides League Pass.
I can barely read the stats.
When I see the diff on the Cleveland Cavaliers broadcast, I lose. I have an aneurysm.
Oh, dude, I hate that. I'm like,
it's so bad.
What do they think? I'm 5?
They think
I
I'm
can't do the math.
Just because I have a 5th grade reading level does not mean that I can't do the math.
They don't think anyone that just loaded up FanDuel isn't already paying attention to that.
It makes
although over under stuff is kind of stupid too.
Yeah, they have the lines on the bottom too.
Really
I don't like that sports network.
No, it's not great.
The answer question, I have no idea where LaMelo would go. Like, I don't know who would trade for him.
I can't even answer the question either. Sacramento's like legit my best guess.
Kind of the same thing with John Morant. It's like an injury-riddled young star that doesn't shoot the ball well in a game that you kind of just have to shoot well to win games. Not sure I'm in, you know?
Can I say something weird? Is he a negative asset?
No,
right? Because
you could get a first for this guy.
Yeah, that's right. I'm stupid. You're not sending picks with him and stuff like that. You're right. Oh, here's a fun one someone drew up. The LaMelo for Denny Avdia and Scoot Henderson. And Shaden Sharp and Donovan Clingan and Tamani Kamara and 2 first-round picks and 2 swaps. What in the world?
So which Hornets fan made this one?
I don't know.
What is going on?
Which delusional Hornets fan? Sorry, I need to address that properly.
What's funny is I think this all matches financially. So
I was just going to say those half.
That's insane.
Those 5 players make as much as
so their starting lineup for LaMelo.
Oh no!
Yeah,
and the Hornets would still manage to only win like 35 games with all those guys on their team.
No, they got.
I don't know with Con and Denny.
Con, Knickle, Denny. I'd be a nightmare blunt rotation. I do not want to be in that middle of the ice cream sandwich.
Just take Denny out of it, and it's great.
Yeah,
Here you go, guys. A one for one. Ja for LaMelo.
Yeah, that would be just the most.
It's just
sideways
change of scenery.
move.
It's just pure change of scenery.
Yeah, that's all that you're trying to get out.
Yeah, they got it.
You're playing, like you're not seeing on the court very often, and then when you are, it's kind of like you're kind of frustrated half the time. So what's the point?
Here's a good Rockets one: Fred VanVleet, Reed Shepard, Tari Eason, 2 first-round picks. What are we doing?
It's like the John Morant
to get worse.
The John Morant and LaMelo thing is like gluing 2 brothers' hands together when they're mad at each other, like just throwing them wherever.
What about Trey for LaMelo? Could that one just work 1 for 1? No picks. That like.
I don't know if it could.
I don't know. Trey's unhappy and that he doesn't have a contract on the table right now. So it's already stirring.
We're all unhappy.
Is Trey expiring?
Trey, welcome to the club.
I think he's got one more year, but he's extension eligible and they never brought it to the table. So he's upset about that.
You guys want to see? Let's do some good podcasting. Wait for me to pull this up.
Hell yeah.
Shelly, pull that up for us.
Oh, yeah, guys, it does not work because somebody's making way too much money.
I think it's LaMelo makes too much
money. Actually, it does work because I think neither team is in like an apron situation where they need to
figure that out.
Yeah. So they could do it 1 for 1. Man, if I am any star like young player or promising young player on the Hawks, I'm going to the front office and be like, you are not trading for LaMelo Ball.
Yeah. Well, so who should want LaMelo to be traded more? The Hornets or LaMelo? Does LaMelo need out of there, or do the Hornets just need to get out of this?
The Hornets.
The Hornets for sure.
I'd agree.
I think LaMelo would be cool playing anywhere. Put him in Milwaukee. He'll hang out with all the rappers in Milwaukee. It'd be sick.
Rappers are from
Milwaukee. Certified Trapper, Sada Baby is from up there.
This guy.
No, he's from Michigan. I don't know. I'm just talking.
Put him in Milwaukee.
Ayo Lee, that's a Milwaukee rapper. There you go,
dude. Kyle Kuzma and LaMelo Ball on the same team is nightmare fuel.
Yes.
I love that. Kyle Kuzma making a comeback, by the way. Comeback player of the year. People are asking.
Watch his stat line be like 12 points, 5 assists.
Am I crazy? Did he get more tattoos in the offseason?
Yeah.
He just looks different.
He got more since I saw him in July.
Maybe he also buzzed his head, so maybe that's part of it.
Yeah, he'd been dyeing it blonde, and then he buzzed it. It was the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Good for him, man.
Yeah, he's just having fun out there, you know?
Yeah, if I'm the Hawks, the Hornets, I'm gonna do like a mini start fresh kind of situation.
Kyle Kuzma reverse stat lines.
What am I looking
Not sure we can really read much of this, but he's averaging about 12 points in the past 4 games.
It's pretty good.
Motion.
No, he's on the come up, Josh.
Yeah.
I'll talk down.
He's playing really well. No, he's playing great, man. Third quarter, Kyle Kuzma.
He's actually doing things for the Bucks when Giannis was playing, but now Giannis is hurt, so it's like I don't know.
29.
LaMelo makes $37 million a year. That's
Trey at 39.
45.
Oh, okay.
That's a lot of money.
If you're the Hornets, you can get 2 to 3 solid players for that, and probably some draft capital. And then you just go full send on
it's con time, baby.
It's con and B-Mill if he's playing,
He's not.
Okay.
Well, he is right now.
No, I'm saying
gun to your head if everybody's healthy.
Right?
Oh, whoa. Would you rather have a gun to the camera? Would you rather have 2 healthy Scoot Hendersons on your team or 1 healthy LaMelo Ball on your team?
LaMelo.
Yeah. Because at least LaMelo is realized, a realized player.
We've seen really good LaMelo.
Yeah.
We haven't seen really good Scoot yet.
Now, if it's the idea of each one, well, even then, it's probably LaMelo.
It's still LaMelo.
Yeah.
6'6".
Yeah.
Was it last season where he threw it off the backboard and Kevin Durant said, "What the fuck?"
Yes, we talked about
that for 20 minutes.
It was awesome.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Weird player.
I agree that the Hornets would rather get out of this than LaMelo would.
They don't need to right now. They don't need to panic, but I think it's in their best interest to
They've got 5 more years of this?
Yeah, there's no gun to their head right now.
Too long.
Can just ride it.
What is with all the guns?
Jaws in the chat.
Well, Brandon Miller's in the chat.
Brandon Miller's in the chat.
Oh no.
Shit. Yeah, that one's
people forget.
I can't believe he just whatever. That's a different conversation for a different day, maybe off of camera, but that's it for 3 big questions from the 3-man weave. We're on to overtime. We're on to Ewing theory. Shut up, Bill Simmons. Ewing theory. We have 2 players and 2 teams. Are the Magic better without Paolo Banchero? And are the Hawks better without Trae Young? Discuss. Sick. Let's go. Get into it, Joshy.
Yes to all.
There's only one. Okay. There's only one ball on the court in Orlando. Franz Wagner is going to shoot up 18, 19 shots a night. Desmond Bane
volume shooter of the year.
Wants to shoot 15 times a game. I was going to say the early contender for Desmond Bane volume shooter of the year, Franz Wagner.
Anthony Davis before he got hurt.
Now
it was Desmond Bane, honestly, for a little bit.
It was Desmond Bane for the first 10 games.
He's kind of turned it around.
There's 2 guys on the court that already shoot 35 shots a night. When you take Paolo out of that mix, maybe it spaces the floor a little more. I'm just saying. We saw this happen in the playoffs when it was a bad Paolo night. It was a bad everybody night.
So Paolo for LaMelo is what you're saying.
Oh gosh,
very peculiar.
They need more shooting, not less.
Put the gun to my mouth. That's the last time I say a gun reference. This whole show.
You're obsessed.
We're gonna have to suspend you like Ja Morant.
Oh no! I'm throwing grenades now. I'm throwing grenades over the camera.
You're talking about guns, dude.
I'm just excited, guys. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, things out. Man, we've
yeah. So even when here's a funny thing, on-off numbers can be a little misleading, whatever. But I feel like they generally hold. They end up being very helpful when Paolo is healthy. Orlando has a better rating when he's off the court.
Huh.
Yeah. So he's a -3 on off, which just means when he's on the court, their net rating 2.8. When he's off, it's 5.8.
Interesting.
Something to think about. Desmond Bane is the difference maker on this team. Is what I've got.
Well, it's got to be Franz, right? Dude.
No, sure.
He did it. He was definitely so last year. I guess it felt fake because when Paolo went down with his oblique injury, Franz went nuts.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, is this a thing? And then he had his injury. They both kind of came back, not the same time, but around the same time. And then they played together, whatever. And now it just happened again. And, Franz looks pretty good. It was a joke for Rockets fans whenever Paolo, because the first game he missed recently was against the Rockets. And we were like, oh, dang it. He's out. We're going to lose. And we almost did. They had a crazy comeback.
Overtime. Yeah. We were on the spot, weren't we?
Yes.
What a game that was.
It's a good time. But yeah, the Magic, would they be better without Franz instead of Paolo?
I don't think so.
Do we have those numbers?
If there's anyone here, it's Paolo that can be the catalyst.
I mean, if we're just going again with on-off when Franz is there and healthy, they're better when he's on the floor. But again, that can be a little misleading sometimes.
Yeah. I don't know.
And I don't feel like we've had enough time with Paolo healthy, Franz out, to be able to kind of hold it side by side.
Yeah, because Franz got hurt at the same time as Paolo last year. Yeah. That's what I was going back to, and then I realized that they were both out.
And
everybody's timelines are so messed up in Orlando. I think that's a big thing with this too. Like how y'all mentioned last season. I don't know. Not a big enough sample size yet, even though some of these guys have been in the league for 3 to 4 seasons.
Totally. No, I agree. I think it'd be way too early for them to like do something hasty and get rid of Paolo, because I think there's a lot of really good going on in his game, and it could just totally be like they have to figure out a way to make this all fit together.
Remember the mini LeBron comparisons? Remember that? Who remember?
He does do things similar in stylistic form.
Yeah, he's like a soft point forward kind of mold.
The way he drives and the jump shots.
Always Jay Sean Tate. That's all I'm saying.
I love me some
friend of Apollo.
Jay Sean Tate.
All right, and now on to the Hawks. Are the Hawks better without Trey? I feel like this one's kind of easy too.
Yes, but it's less confusing, I think. Because I think it's just yes, because I don't know if I just think they play better when he's not healthy. Like the team functions better when he's not on the floor.
Yeah, and the other thing I just learned is that Trae Young's just like never been a really good 3-point shooter.
Yeah,
he's had 38% one time in his career for a full season, and this year he's at 19%.
Weird. It's very weird.
Before
how many games?
And he only played 5 games.
Okay.
And he was only putting up like 14 shots a game, which is a career low, even lower than his rookie season. And then, it's the 3-point attempts are way down this season, and he's shooting 19%. So he's shooting less and shooting worse.
Yeah.
So is Trae Young the next Chris Paul? Some are saying
no.
He's gonna end the career. No,
Trae Young wishes.
Oh
no, I'm retiring.
I'm serious. If you're talking about like, is he taking the mantle? I think still no. I think Chris Paul, to like when he was Trae Young's age, was already widely considered
the best point guard,
best point guard in the league.
True.
It was already like he's going to be considered one of the best ever by the time that he's done. And it was already like, oh my gosh, if this guy could just win a championship, he would solidify so many things. With Trae, we're just like, they had that one good year, and it's just probably not going to happen.
Yeah, like just be you, Trae. Like we don't expect too much out of you.
Yeah. To go back to on-off, because I know how much you guys love the advanced analytics.
We do.
Yes.
The Hawks are 14.6 points per 100 possessions better when he's not on the floor.
Yeah.
Big time. That is big time.
Small-ish sample, actually. 677 minutes.
Trae Young, keep Nickeil Alexander-Walker, keep KP.
Dude,
No's been sick.
He's been good.
He's sick.
Gay's good.
Onyeka Okongwu, I told you.
Yes, you did. You did.
Awesome.
You called it. He looks great.
Reese Shea's been really good. Yep. They're really good with him on the court as well.
Yep. Jalen Johnson is the best player on the team.
You never go back.
Turns out, I like that he's 7th in the MVP ladder from either NBA or ESPN. Whoever put that out, that was
sick.
Very funny.
I love the team.
He deserves it. He's been awesome. I think he's better than Trae at this point in their careers, and more productive in the modern NBA.
Fair.
And so it's not. I mean, I think so. What you were referencing earlier, I was listening to the same thing. I'm pretty sure it was Zach Lowe talking about Trae, maybe with Bill. I don't remember, but
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's like if he can just learn how to be like a spot up shooter, take less pull ups, and just like be a part of the offense, then maybe it works out awesome. Yeah, but it's just kind of hard to see.
And it's kind of the year to just like go for it if you're in the East, because like the Knicks Avs don't look as good as everyone thought at the start of the season. It's only 10 to 15 games in, but if there's someone out there that gets upset by trade deadline, you could just go take a swing and use Trae as the filler for salary plus another guy and some picks or whatever it is. Like you can
Sacramento.
No, I don't think you're going to Sacramento those guys, but I don't know
who's a bonus.
Because the East is so wide open, man. This is awesome. Even the Pistons, who look the best so far in the East, like that experience is going to come into play come May. So it's somebody's. I don't know who's taking it, but it's somebody's. I hope it's Detroit, but
someone's going to swing.
It's anybody but the Nets and the Wizards and the Pacers.
I think last time we talked about it, or maybe I just texted you guys, but the Hawks, since Trae's been hurt, they're top 10 in offense and defense.
Yep.
And before that, it was like very middling on one and then very bad on the other.
Trae Young's a cone. He's a damn cone.
It's like a Reed Shepherd.
Cool.
That's a joke. I've watched more Rockets. I like Reed.
He got 4
steals one time.
He just dropped 27 off the bench, so
nothing you
say can hurt me right now.
That was a joke.
Kentucky there.
No, I know. I'm just letting you know. Keep letting the jokes roll because
all the commenters are pissed because I don't watch Rockets every night. We're moving this to a new channel. Fuck it.
Oh, okay. Well, announcement.
Bombshell.
That was just a tease. Whatever.
You got it, man. You're dangling the keys over our heads like we're babies.
Just wait, guys. Just calm
That's
down.
real, Josh. Just wait.
All right. Got anything else before we get out of here? Chris Paul retiring after 21 seasons is officially announced, even though he basically announced it this summer at like Fanatics Fest or whatever it was. Like he already did it, but officially official. Chris Paul's last season. Favorite Chris Paul memory? Ready? Go.
Oh gosh, probably when he shimmied in Steph Curry's face after hitting I think it was a game tying three, or it may have been a go ahead three in game 4 or 5. Sure. And the fact that, we should have won that series.
The Steve Kerr moment, laughing in his face and then turning around. That was classic one.
That series, basically that whole series and rivalry was both, just incredible.
It's both Warriors related. Yeah.
Him on the Hornets. They took the Lakers to 6 in 08 or 09 or something like that.
Yes.
That is whenever I discovered Chris Paul, and I was like, I love this guy, and I'll love him forever.
When he played a year and a half in Oklahoma City, that was a fun one. That is what got me into like old weird swag by seeing those the red jerseys that they had for one Valentine's Day game. I saw that like 3 or 4 years after it happened, like 2009, 2010. I was like, I love old shit. This is so sick, and that's what got me into vintage clothes. So thank you, Chris Paul.
Dude, I think OKC. I think Chris Paul has like a special place in Oklahoma City's heart because of that.
The New Orleans stuff,
because that was like their first team to have.
And he balled out there too.
Yeah. Well, I we're good friends with some people from Oklahoma City, and the dad of our friend, he texted me when Chris Paul ended up on the Thunder. I think it was the Chris Paul Russell Westbrook trade.
Yeah.
He texted me about it, and they were like, "Oh, good for you, you got our guy." But he was also like really excited to root for Chris Paul because of how much he meant to them back during the Katrina recovery and stuff like that, and getting to be there and feeling like they had a team for a little bit. And I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool."
I think my favorite's when Chris Paul turned the ball over, and
I knew you were going to say
game 7, like with the Clippers. That was fun. Like every time in the playoffs, but
it wasn't the Chris Paul hits a elbow jumper to cut the lead to 40. It wasn't that? Or
that's a good one as well. We'll throw that one in there. But that Clippers moment when he just that one stands out in my head. But
is this the dagger?
Chris Paul's an all-time great. One of the last true point guard that we may have for several years, maybe decades. Like I don't.
What does that mean? True point guard.
Just
like traditional
point guard, facilitator, good defense, that kind of stuff. 80s, 90s point guard. He's probably the last version of that.
Yep, dude, he did literally everything except for be tall.
Yeah, it's tough being 5'10".
He used to dunk on people too. People forget.
He's elite in New Orleans. That's my favorite version.
Baby Bear Davis.
I think it's my favorite version too.
Baby Chris Paul. Just talking shit. David West over there.
Especially wearing those sick New Orleans Hornets uniforms, just so good.
Great jerseys.
Yeah, those were all timers. But I always loved using them in 2K when I was a kid. And those Hornets, just those jerseys. I was like, this is easy.
On the cover.
NBA Live 09. I did several years with the New Orleans Hornets just so I could play with Chris Paul.
And Peja was on that team too.
Yep.
Peja and David West. Yeah.
James Posey.
Oh no.
Tyson Chandler. J.R. Smith.
Chandler, what a fun starting lineup over there.
J.R. Smith was there. I don't know if he was there with Chris Paul, but
did you say James Posey wasn't on that team?
James Posey was definitely there.
Okay.
Yeah. I know for a fact. You don't understand how many hours I played of NBA Live 09.
Oh no.
All right. Well, that'll do it for Zero Gravity Polymedia's NBA podcast, brought to you by Zing Zang, America's #1 Bloody Mary Mix. We love Zing Zang over here. Zang responsibly all season long. Shout out to Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code GRAVITY when you sign up. Play your first $5. You get $100 in bonus entries. The links are in the description below. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, wherever you get podcast platforms like Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We've got video on Spotify as well. And we've got video on Apollo HOU on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Turn the notification bell on. And we'll be back later this week with another episode of Zero Gravity, probably on Wednesday because it is Thanksgiving. So me and Drew are going to record before then. We'll get it up before Thanksgiving so you can tune in on your way to work or while you're at work or while you're skipping work, whatever it is. Happy Thanksgiving. to everyone here in the chat, shout out Reed Shepard. I kind of enjoy watching him now, and that's
Reed Shepard.
Freak Shepard.
That's it. Zero Gravity, Apollo Media's NBA podcast.
Bye.